I have learned a lot over the course of producing my preliminary task and film opening, and also I feel like I've made a lot of progress during this time. In our preliminary task, we were given a set criteria and we followed a basic structure when creating our product. In our preliminary task, we were told to make a short 30-second video of someone walking out from a door and going to sit down at a table. The criteria we had to use in this clip included a shot reverse shot, a match on action, the use of a 180-degree rule, and continuity throughout. Initially, after producing our preliminary task, I thought it was very well made and there was a good flow in the clip. However, when I re-watched it after creating my final media product, I was a bit more critical. The editing was something to look back on and see how much I've improved on and progressed over the time. In our preliminary task, we had 5 minutes to film it and about 1 or 2 lessons to edit and upload it, so it felt slightly rushed. However, because of the simplicity of the clip, it shouldn't have taken too long anyway. With that, at the time I was still getting to grips with Final Cut Pro, and that was clearly shown when looking back at my preliminary task. Cropping and lengthening of each individual clip wasn't perfect in our preliminary task, however, it had to be in our end product. The making of our preliminary task helped me to get to grips with Final Cut Pro and the use of a Mac as well. Another skill I developed was my camera work and filming skills. By us only needing to use 4 relatively basic shots in our preliminary task, it didn't completely prepare us for creating our end product. During the making of our final product, we had to incorporate a vast range of creative and extravagant shots to make our film opening more exciting to watch. Some examples of shots we used were low and high angles, an establishing shot, close-ups, and many more. These were all used within a way to create a sense of continuity throughout and a flow, as well as keeping our opening intriguing to the audience. Finally, editing sound was a big step up from the initial preliminary task, as we didn't have to alter anything and we left the sound vanilla. Going from not having to think about sound to all of a sudden having to implement non-diegetic sounds and edit diegetic sounds in my final product was a major step up from the preliminary task. I learned how to edit sound and play around with the different functions on Final Cut Pro by watching several tutorial videos on YouTube. With the help of the videos, it allowed me to edit and alter sound within my opening to create suspense and intensify the atmosphere for the audience when watching our film opening.